TNA. I wrote you a very considerate op-ed piece on my website, blacklightfilms.weebly.com, and I feel like it's been ignored, if not gone the other way, to be thrown in my face. I'm a big fan of TNA. Anything that competes with WWE, I'm a big fan of because the business needs competition. There needs to be other outlets besides WWE for these guys to wrestle in and perform in, and people behind the scenes like myself to work in. I feel like I'm going to have to be like Jim Ross with the Ring of Honor lighting situation. I'm going to be here every week just going over the same stuff that you keep doing wrong over and over again. So maybe someone sees it, maybe somebody hires me so I can try to help fix it. Coming off Slammiversary, you guys look like you were heading in the right direction. Re-signed talents, mostly homegrown talents were on the pay-per-view, at least headlining it. You guys put on a really good show. So going into the tapings, I thought this is their time. They're going to finally get back on track and push forward. And then you did what TNA does. Just went back to bad writing and no planning. Eddie Edwards wins the title at Slammiversary. Good move, can represent the company in interviews, in public, in the wrestling business. He's a big name. But then 2 weeks later, he loses it to Mike Bennett, who's another big name, great talent. They're feuding with Dixie Carter and Billy Corgan, which doesn't make any sense. Neither one of those guys are going to get in the ring. Even if Dixie gets in the ring with Maria, it's going to be complete trash. You guys aren't the McMahons. You can't wrestle like Shane, like Vince, like Stephanie. Don't be TV personalities. If you are, get people behind you. Jeff Jarrett had the Harris brothers, or Seth Rollins had J&J Security, Paul Heyman had 911. Get someone that can actually wrestle, so if they go to hit you or anything like that happens, the crowd can actually watch something besides it just being the same repetitive nonsense over and over again. But besides that, so Eddie Edwards wins the title, loses it to Mike Bennett. Mike Bennett argues and complains with Dixie Carter and Billy Corgan. He has to fight the whole X Division. And then Eddie Edwards wins it again. And now Eddie Edwards is going to go fight the champion, Bobby Lashley. Why? Where's any logic in any of that? What do your titles represent? Your heavyweight title, the women's title, and the tag titles. Okay, got it. What is the X Division? Is that not the cruiserweight? Is that not for the little guys? What is the King of Mountain? Is that your IC, your US title, your TV title? What do these titles represent? Who are in these leagues? You have to define your titles and your characters and where they all belong to make it easier for the general public to watch. Wrestling's not supposed to be something really deep in thought where you have to think about it like Inception. You put it on, you can enjoy it. I'm not going to call it soap opera because I think it demeans the sport, and to the general public, they think of it in a whole different fashion. But put on dramatic TV that people can get behind. So not only with the Eddie Edwards and Mike Bennett feud switching titles back and forth, now it looks like your 2 biggest guys in EC3 and Drew Galloway, you're going to have them now possibly feud with each other along with feuding with Bobby Lashley. Doesn't make sense. Plain and simple, doesn't make sense for a simple fact. You have these guys going to Evolve and they're talking about how WWE missed the boat and how they're 2 great competitors and everything like that. They have the camaraderie. Let these guys go. Let them compete with other people, build off in separate feuds. So when they go to Evolve, it looks good for you guys. You have 2 solid stars. When they watch them on TNA, they're not fighting each other because it's a contradiction. It doesn't make sense. I know it's 2 separate organizations, but you're going to confuse people. They're not going to watch. Your social media game needs to be stepped up. Your YouTube page and website are awful. Your website is confusing. There's links to essentially nothing unless you're going to go shopping there, and that's about it. You can't see your roster. You can't see who's champions. You can't see any media. Nothing. Your website is confusing and essentially useless. It looks pretty on the outside and it goes nowhere. You have people you can pay for this. You have interns you can hire. People need to be able to go to your website and find the things they want to see. Have different options to go around and just search on your website. You guys need to go and get someone. Get someone from Full Sail as an intern. Get someone from any Florida school as an intern. Get someone from Tennessee since you're back over there. If you guys are in the office all day, fix your website. It's awful. I have to go to Wikipedia to see who's your champions, who's on your roster. I shouldn't have to do that. It's useless. It's a waste of time. If that's the case, just take down your website and just have a shopping site. That's it. The YouTube page is just as bad. When you go there, the first thing you see is asylum shows that you can purchase, which is good, way to make profits, understandable. But after that, there's no recent videos from your Impact show. There's no little videos that you have that's original content. There's really nothing. You used to have Josh Matthews do a week in review show of everything that's going on in TNA. That hasn't been done in a few weeks. You guys need to stay consistent. You guys need to put stuff up there. The Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy segment went viral. For being a little silly, for being a little weird, obviously Matt's a little crazy. That's great, that's what you need. You need to capitalize on that. A lot of people don't have pop. I don't have pop. They're not going to get pop. They're not going to find your show. So when they miss your show, they go to YouTube and they see what's going on. They see the matches. They see who's who. Maybe you have some fun original content. That's what you need to put up. EC3 and Eli Drake made a video making fun of the Hardys the same week. Funny video, bad idea to put it up in the same week for the simple fact that you're poking fun at yourself. Now it's cool that everyone's happy you're poking fun at yourself, but you're making you guys also look like a joke. You should be taking your angle serious. Maybe EC3 post that down the line, maybe post on his own page, but you don't want to post it when it's the next link over from the original video. But it's also good because it shows that he has humor, he has comedy roots, he's funny. Well, maybe give him an original show like Edge and Christian, like Miz and Morrison used to have. You have to start doing other things with your guys to start bringing new eyes to the brand. Start bringing in profits from YouTube, which is free. Get a camera, set up some lights, and your guys can do it. You can get interns, once again, from Full Sail, Tennessee, all different areas over there. There's so many times you guys could have hired different people. You need original content. You need to boost your YouTube page. You need to boost your website. The other news is TNA is going to be touring India possibly again. If not, they're going to lose a company called Sony 6, who's a big backer, and they're going to lose a lot of money. Why are you going to India again? You had a show there once. It was good. You never followed up when you could. Let it go. You have one competitor on your show that's from India. He's not going to sell it out. He's not John Cena. He's not Seth Rollins. He's not EC3. He's not Drew Galloway. He's not your main star yet. So there's no point to go to India. You're in Tennessee. Go tour St. Louis. Go tour Atlanta. Go tour parts of Florida. Touring the southern cities is going to be a great way to make money, expand your brand, and get more eyes on the talent. And I'm sure touring local towns and local cities is going to be a lot cheaper than flying your whole crew, both performers and talent behind the scenes, to India. TNA is just like the little brother that doesn't listen. I'm sure people have been telling them for years what's the good thing to do and what's not the good thing to do. Stop chasing WWE and compete with ROH. Compete with PWG. Stop trying to be WWE. Right now you need to focus on making stories compelling. Focus on the long storytelling process. Not, oh, this week to this week to that week to that week. Obviously your spoilers are coming out because you're doing taped events, but that's fine. If it's a good match, if it's good TV, you'll get eyes on it. Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy video went viral. It was interesting, something different, got eyes on it. Fix your webpage, build up your YouTube channel, get original content. Easy way to bring in money. Might not bring in the most money, but it'll bring in some money to help the company. It's very easy, it's very cheap. I do all this all by myself, all costs the electricity of the lights. Obviously you'll have to pay your talent a little bit, but I'm sure it's not as much as you would think in your head. On top of that, tour. Tour local cities, tour wrestling cities. It's a big way WWE makes their money. It's a big way you're losing money. Your tapings in New York were great from what I hear, from what I saw. You don't have to come all the way back up to New York, but tour the local cities, tour in your area. Stop trying to go to India, don't try to go to China. Tour wrestling cities. Make money. All the money's not going to come from TV. You're not going to get 4 or 5 million viewers a week like WWE. But focus on your brand, the people who watch your show, and attack wrestling fans. If you guys have any questions, you guys think differently, feel free to comment below. TNA, you can contact me at Jerry_J_Garcia on Instagram, Blacklight Films with a Z, unfortunately, on Twitter, or you can check your inbox. I've applied a few times. I'm always available for hire. If you guys don't listen, I'll be back next week doing the same thing over and over again.